Why are you still friends with them, bro? Seriously. Why are you still friends with them? There's so many people that keep people around them that are harmful to their lives, like actually harmful. People that do not want to see them succeed. People that want them to stay on their level. I've met a lot of those people. I've had them as my friends. I've worked out with them. I've gone to the gym with them. I've made plans with them. I've kept them around for a long time. Not anymore, but I used to. And at the time, I knew that a lot of them were bullies. A lot of them were just mean-spirited people. And some of them didn't show it as much as others. Some people just pretend to be cool with you because they know the way that you operate, so they have to kind of like put on a mask, be fake around you just so that they can still keep you in their lives because they know that you're valuable because their life is shit, so they have to latch on to you because you're someone that is driven, someone that actually cares, someone that wants to do good, and then people latch on to that. Bad people latch on to that too. I'm not saying that all the friends that are, bad for you are necessarily bad people inherently, but a lot of these people are just looking for someone to latch onto so that they can make their life a little bit better. The problem is that sometimes they will take you down with them. And you have to be very careful with those types of people. You don't always have to have a friend that's 10 steps ahead of you or a friend that you always have to look up to. It's okay to have a friend that's just your bro from high school. You guys are on the same level trying to build a business, or you guys are doing different things in life and, you're still friends, you can keep up with them. But don't forget that a lot of these people will bring you down. A lot of these people that you consider friends and the people that you associate your life with will determine what kind of life you will get. Because you're going to build a lot of friends, and when you build friends, even if it's not a lot of friends, some of these friends are more time consuming than others, and they will drain you of your time and your energy. And then when they drain you of that, you don't have as much time to put that energy into the gym, into your business, into the things that you actually want to do, because you're so caught up in their drama, in their stresses, them overwhelming you with things. And the thing is that it's fine to have friends that have problems. I mean, when you have a problem, you want to have people that are there for you, of course. But make sure that these are not people that have unnecessary drama, unnecessary problems. If they just have relationship problems that they don't have to be in every single week, and they drag you into those problems, and they love this drama, they love this struggle that they go through every single week, and they keep latching on to you for advice, or they keep latching on to you. There's nothing that they really add to you. They just kind of take from you, because that's all that they can do. Just take. They don't give whatsoever. You need to distance yourself from these types of people, because unfortunately, while it might seem like they're genuine, they're only there because they need your advice. They need you for something. As humans inherently, I think, a lot of us are selfish. We have to do what's best for us. We have to respect ourselves. We have to stand up for ourselves. You have to do most things for ourselves. That's not necessarily wrong. The problem is that a lot of us forget that the person that you're talking to, in terms of, friendships, they have struggles that they're going through. They have things that they want to talk about. But you're so caught up in your own stuff and your own baggage that you don't even ask about their day. You don't even ask how they're doing. You're so ready to talk about yourself. So this doesn't necessarily mean that you're a bad person, or that, your friends are necessarily bad people. But they're forgetting that you are a friend with someone, and that person has their own things that they're going through that they would like to talk about, but they don't even ask you about it. And these types of people need to mature as friends and as people. And maybe the way that they're going to mature is when you distance yourself from them. Then if we go into the extreme side, we have people that do not want to see you succeed whatsoever. Friends that will want to keep you on their level, that the moment that you tell them about your business idea, they're like, oh, that's not going to happen because it's X, Y, and Z. And I think I should just go do this thing that's not going to do anything good for my life. I should just go work at McDonald's, and that's what you should do as well. And let's just get a job at McDonald's and fuck around and do fucking nothing. And like, the problem is that some people are really humble and some people just don't really need to have this extravagant lifestyle, which is completely fine. You know, if you're fulfilled by just working at McDonald's or just working a regular job, that's completely fine. No problem. As long as you're happy, as long as you feel fulfilled. But when you direct somebody else to be at your level and you criticize them when they try and do something impactful or something bigger than themselves, that's when you know that that person just does not want to see their friend succeed. And you guys have to be super careful with these types of people because they exist. And sometimes it's not going to be obvious. It's not going to be like they just tell you straight up. It's going to be more like, you know, that one guy that goes, yeah, bro, I mean, that sounds like a good idea. It's just, I mean, like, I don't know, man. Like a business just kind of takes a little bit too long. Like, don't you think you should just save up money? Not every time are those friends trying to take you down necessarily. Some of these times, these friends are actually concerned and their vision is just too small. But another thing you need to learn is to not let your friend's opinion always influence your next move and your actions. Because we get so carried away by like what our friends say or what our family says. Do they have it all figured out? No. Nobody has it all figured out. Nobody. Not the president of the United States, not the most famous human alive. No, nobody has it all figured out. Everyone has things that they struggle with still. So make decisions that, first of all, you do have to take in feedback, but then also make decisions that you actually agree with morally and that feel right in your heart. Feel like the correct decision. And that you've analyzed all the pros and cons, and after taking the feedback, after analyzing, and after deciding what feels right for you, that's when you take the decision. That's when you make the decision. That's when you make the move. But attaching yourself so much to what your friend says and acting based on just that, like letting your own dreams down just because your friend or your one person in your family said this, and you take it as gospel, and then you're like, yeah, I can't start it because they made a good point, X, Y, Z. But what is that person doing with their life? Does that person really have enough credit to talk about you starting a business? Have they started a business? Probably not. At this age, especially like 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, they probably haven't. Which, no problem. But it's like, don't let those people ruin your dreams, ruin your thing that you're going to start. Trust yourself. Trust your intuition. Do research. Go on YouTube. Find people on YouTube that have actually done it. And I would rather have you take their advice from people that have actually done it than people in your friend group or people in your family that are talking out of their ass that have never done any of these things that you're interested in. Like building a business online or having a successful relationship. It's always a single one giving you advice on what your relationship should look like or who you should date or what are the red flags in a person. It's always a single person. So just be very careful with what opinions you take to heart or what opinions you take as that's the right thing and that's the correct thing. Because we all look at life from a limited perspective. It's based on our childhood, the way that we were raised, our parents. It's just based on a lot of factors, and we just look at the world based on how we think and our thoughts. But the thing is that we devalue our own opinions just to not disagree with our friends sometimes or family members. And we end up actually believing what they're saying is true just because they say it with confidence, even though they might have never have accomplished any of these things that you're interested in. They might have never even gone close to it, and you still take their word as if it had any, or I mean, like, it doesn't mean that it has no meaning. Like, it's good to take in feedback and analyze things, but, just look at the facts of the people around you. Look at what kind of life do they live. Is this a person that you really want to take advice from? Take all the advice that you can get, but don't actually apply it until you've analyzed it, until you have gone through it and thought about the pros and cons of this advice. Be a little bit more analytical with what you take from your friends and your family members. That has helped me a lot. In starting these videos. Do I actually think that any of my family members or friends actually believe that I'm going to be able to make this happen, that I'm going to make my videos a reality? I can point to 2 family members that actually believe in it, and then 1 friend that actually believes in it. Everyone else, I know, I'm like 95% sure that they don't believe that these videos are going to do anything for my life. And that's all right, because I believe in what I'm doing. I believe in it strongly. And sometimes you just have to follow that intuition. You just have to follow your heart, as cliche as it may sound. But these friends can sometimes be the destroyers of dreams. They can be the thing holding you back from having a successful relationship, holding you back from having a good job, holding you back from your dreams, from starting a new business. Think about why you're friends with these people. Think about why you're still friends with this guy from high school I used to be friends with, and for some reason you still hang out with them. Even though they cuss you out, they're bullies, they talk shit about everyone, so they probably talk shit about you too. I have been very, very specific with what kind of friends I keep in my life right now. I only have about 3 friends, or 3 really good friends that I keep very tight to me and very close to me in my personal life. Only about 3 good friends that I text on a weekly basis. And I don't even hang out with them that much, to be honest. The thing is that time becomes limited as we start college, as we leave college and start our full-time jobs, or in my case, I'm not going to college, as we pick up a side business and work a full-time job as well. Life becomes really busy, and unfortunately, we're not able to hang out with our friends as much. But the friends that will stick with you are the friends that understand the meaning of all this, the reason why you're doing this, the reason why you're working on the business. And they are still your friend, but they know that if you're busy, and they respect that. They don't talk down on you for being busy. If you can't hang out this month, then we'll hang out next month. That's all right. Doesn't mean that you have to be, with your friend 24/7. Like, you have to be texting them, you have to be talking to them every single time to make sure that they're actual friends and that, that they're loyal friends. Some friends just, check in every once in a while. But they actually do care about you. They're just busy. And you should be busy too with your, passion, with the thing that you want to work on. But that's beside the point. Please, don't devalue your own opinion for your friend's opinion. Take everything with a grain of salt and analyze it before applying it to your life. If there's anything I want you to walk away from this video with, is that. Don't devalue your own opinion just because your friend said this or your family member said this. Analyze what they're saying before making a decision. All right? And at the end of the day, when you follow your intuition, I've noticed that I've made the right decision 80% of the time. And even if I don't make the right decision, even if it's that other 20%, that's fine. Because if you've matured, you know that apologizing and you know that taking accountability is a great step in finding the right answer to your problems. So, follow your heart. Trust me. It works a lot more than you think it would. Anyways, that's it for this video. If you guys want to book a free phone call with me, please go ahead. I'm going to leave a link down below. We can talk about fulfillment, mental health, happiness, whatever you guys want to talk about. Just go ahead and book down below. It's completely free. Hope you guys have a great night. And don't forget, you're amazing.